Hello and welcome guys to a new episode on Top Predictor Fanatic. Today we're gonna talk about the Tour de France that is I think starting this Sunday or this weekend. Um, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some stage winners. I think who are gonna win stage. Of course, I don't know who's gonna win. I'm gonna talk about I think my top 5 sprinters and then for the GC. But we're gonna start off with stage winners who are not included in like the sprinters or the GC, because that is of course gonna be some winners in there. But yeah, one of the persons I think that will win a stage is Mathieu van der Poel. Of course, very good, very good, very fucking good cyclist, but he has to work for Jasper Philipsen. So in sprint you won't see him yet. You will see him, but as a lead out for Jasper Philipsen. So he won't win any sprint stages. Not that I think that he could win if he sprinted himself, but no possible way. With that, I think the first stage is gonna be too hard for him. So he's not gonna win the first stage, but I think like the ninth stage, I think it is, that is with the cobblestones, but also like some other stages. There are chances for him to win, and I actually expect him to win one. But I think last week he's not going to win anything because he's thinking about Olympics as well. Like that is his goal. Tour de France stage is also a goal, but I think the Olympics is a bigger goal in his mind. And I think the last week he will use as like recovery for the Olympics. So I think it's going to be after stage 1 and before week 3. And then we have another one, like another classic rider, Wout van Aert. But of course, Wout van Aert can do many more things. Like he can time trial, he can climb, he can do it all. But no, I think like the first stage he will have to work for Vingegaard. He has other stages where he has to work for Vingegaard as well. I think he is allowed to sprint, but I think that he's not the fastest sprinter. Maybe a sprint where like the real sprinters are already dropped from the pack. There you might have a chance. But yeah, I don't know for sure. We'll see. But yeah, I think he's gonna win at least a stage. Then we have Matteo Jurgensen, also a driver for a Jumbo Lease bike or something, Visma Lease bike, I don't know anymore. Oh my god. But no, it's Visma Lease bike. I think he looked really fucking strong, like really strong. He was second in the Criterium de Dauphiné, behind Roglic, but I think like the last climbing stage at least, he dropped Vingegaard, and he dropped Roglic. So I think at that moment he was better than Roglic, but I think he has to work for Vingegaard. Maybe if Vingegaard gets doesn't work this Tour de France, because you know why. I think then he might actually win a stage, go for a stage win, go for something like that. Then I have Egan Bernal, maybe a little bit whiffy, but he is of course a Tour de France winner. But after his crash 2 years ago, he hasn't been at that exact same level. He has looked great, like in the Tour de Suisse, being 4th there. But I think 3 weeks is too long for GC, therefore he will go for a stage win, and he also has like Tom Pidcock and Carlos Rodriguez in his team, so he might have to work as well. So I think he might get a stage win there. And then I have maybe another weird one. I have Derek G. He of course became like known by the attacks he did in the Giro d'Italia 2023. But also looked really freaking strong in the Criterium du Dauphiné, being third after Roglic and Jurgensen, which isn't bad at all. But I think the GC will be a little bit too much in his first real tour. But a stage win, I think, is very possible for him. Like, very, very possible. Then we're gonna move on to the sprinters. By the way, there are of course many more stage winners, possible stage winners, but I can't cover them all, can I? But no, some sprinters. I have them like in a list, which I think who's gonna be better than the other ones. So I'm gonna start with the worst one. It's gonna be Mark Cavendish. It might even be like bad putting him on here because he isn't the best sprinter anymore. Let's be fair. He has the record for the most Tour de France stage wins, but of course it's shared at the moment. With one win, he will be only on top. Last year would be his last tour, but he extended it. I think he has a great lead out with Cees Bol, but I think Mark Cavendish just has to be really lucky to get a stage win out of it. But I hope it, like I really do hope it for him. At 4, I do have Dylan Groenewegen. I think he doesn't have like the best lead out. No offense to them. But he is a great sprinter, and he won the Netherlands Championship, like the Netherlands. He wears the Netherlands jersey, which is of course always good. But no, I think he's going to be the 4th fastest sprinter. Then I have Fabio Jacobsen, of course, a great sprinter. Last year he was a little bit unlucky with the crashes, but I think he can do it. He knows how to do it. He's already won 2 stages, so I think he will win at least a stage. That's my guess. But I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get the green in Paris. But we'll see. And then at 2nd, I have Arnaud Delis, a Belgium sprinter. He wears the Belgium jersey because he actually beat Jasper Philipsen, who I have at 1, for the Belgium jersey. I did not per se expect that, but he has proven that he is quite a good sprinter. I actually expect him to be the one challenging Philipsen for the green jersey. But yeah, as I said, first it's going to be Jasper Philipsen with a great lead out of Mathieu van der Poel, which worked very good last year. Those two are friends, they know each other through and through, and they'll I think they can actually go for that green jersey and also for some stage wins there. And then we actually go to the top 10 of the GC. I'm gonna start with Enric Mas. Yeah, he's a great climber, great climber. I think apart from his to debut Grand Tours, he has actually been in the top 6 for all of the other Grand Tours, which is like a mind-blowing stat actually if you think about it. But I think he's going to be 10th this time. I don't find him being too good the last few times, but he's not looked better either, like for real. And then at 9 I have João Almeida. I have him at 9 because of course he has to work for Tadej Pogačar, like for sure he has to work for him, but he has looked great in the past few weeks together with Adam Yates. He and Adam Yates were 1st and 2nd, I think, in what was it? I don't know which round was, sorry. But they were like 1st and 2nd there. They looked great together. I think he can actually go into the top 10 himself as well, while working for Pogacar. And maybe if Pogacar fails, he will get like higher up. But then at 8, I have Matteo Jurgensen. I also had him at the stage winners, which I only noticed now, which is my bad. But yeah, I think besides working with Vingegaard, which is of course not really a reliability, because we don't know how he is at the moment. But yeah, I think he's gonna get 8th, which is a great placement for him, especially because he also has to work for Vingegaard. Well, at least I expect he has to work for Vingegaard. So I think he's gonna become 7th. Who I think is gonna become 7th is gonna be Tom Pidcock. Yeah, I think he's actually gonna have a great tour. But still, I don't actually see him ever winning the Tour de France. I'm sorry, Tom, I love you, but no, I don't see you winning that, which is unfortunate, but it's just what I think. And then at 6, I have Adam Yates, which is another teammate of Tadej Pogacar. Yeah, he's looked, as I said, with Joe Amalie, he's absolutely great. They demolished the rest. And I think that team is just gonna demolish, like, with 3 in the top 10, it's gonna demolish a lot of players there. So I actually think he's gonna become 6th. And then at 5, I have Carlos Rodriguez. I expect him to be a little bit better than Tom Pidcock, just like I expect exactly last year. I think he became 5th last year as well. He actually drove great last year, and I expect him to do the same. But he's always hanging on there, but never on top of them. You know what I mean? He's like always there. And then we basically become to the big 4, like everyone knows who the big 4 are. But I think 4th of the big 4 is gonna be Evenepoel. Yeah, I don't know exactly why I think it, but I just have a feeling he's not gonna be able to do it, especially with that fall further back this year. That's of course not helped his preparations for this year. Several bones broken and everything. But I think he showed in the last Tour de Suisse, I think it was, or the Critérium de Dauphiné, I don't know which one. He showed that he can. He's getting better at climbing, but still not top level. So I'm afraid that the first week he's gonna lose too much time, and then it's like pretty much over for him. But we'll see. If he can hang on there the first week, I give him a bit of a better chance. But then at 3, I have Jonas Vingegaard. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I have a feeling that the same as for Evenepoel, he's gonna lose too much time the first week, because of course he doesn't have any rhythm, like match rhythm. I don't know how to say it. Because like after his fall with, well, Evenepoel as well, he didn't ride since then, so no one really knows. But I don't think Visma Lease Bike puts him on the team sheet if he isn't able to win, or they expect him to be able to win the Tour. But yeah, no, I expect him. That's just not ready enough. Let's say like that. And then second and first. I'm first going to say second, but then you know who's going to be first. If you don't know, you're dumb. But no, second I think is going to be Primoz Roglic. Yeah, he actually had a great preparation, being first in Critérium de Dauphiné, although he did actually drop in the last climbing stage. But I expect him to be not on top form there, and to be only better in the Tour. I expect him to actually do well everywhere. He had like one of the best preparations out of all of them. He didn't, yeah, he of course crashed himself, but he only had some scratches and everything, which is a lot better than Bones broken, of course. Yeah, I think he had like a great preparation, and therefore is going to be second. But first, yeah, it's going to be Tadej Pogačar. I mean, he destroyed everyone in the Giro d'Italia. I think, without a doubt, we can say he actually saved some energy there by by just being there and being like on top there, because with like 5 or 6 stages won, he still and he was like 10 minutes in front of the second place. It was not even close. He destroyed everyone there, as I said. I think he saved enough energy to be able to go into the Tour quietly well. He didn't fall or anything. So yeah, I actually think he's ready to win it, and I think he's gonna be then the first one since I don't know if I'm gonna say Pantani in 1995. I'm just saying this out of the top of my head. I don't know for sure, but I think he's able to do it. Like, especially with that preparation of Evenepoel, Vingegaard, and Roglic, who all fallen. I think he's actually standing a chance here. But yeah, these were kind of my predictions. I'm not gonna do odds in here, but I am myself gonna bet on this. Like some of these, like I'm gonna bet on Tadej Pogačar winning. If I can, I don't know what exactly I can bet on, but I will probably bet Jasper Philipsen to win at least a stage, something like that. I'm gonna do. But yeah. For now, I want to thank you all for watching. Please have a great day, and I will see you